Hello, I'm Nemisai, Hearthkeeper of Homes of Azeroth, a community created to celebrate player housing, creativity, and the stories we tell through the spaces we build. This video is part of Invited Home, a quiet walk through player-created homes guided by intention rather than spectacle. Each episode, I'm invited into a different space to explore how its creator lives, rests, and expresses themselves in this world. Today, I've been invited into a home built by MsMia. Let's step inside. We arrive the same way all meaningful journeys begin, through a threshold. A blue, spirit-like portal opens and we step into a lush-shadowed cavern. The air glows with a soft indigo haze, unmistakably touched by Elune's blessing. The space feels sacred, quiet, alive. High above, a crack in the stone allows a single beam of sunlight to break through. It spills gently onto the cave floor, giving nature just enough breath to take hold. A reminder that even in darkness, life finds a way. At the center of the cavern, a large fountain anchors the room. Water flows outward, feeding the greenery that clings to the stone. Not decorative, but sustaining. To the left, a staircase follows the curtain of the central fountain upward, guiding us towards a raised platform and into the main structure of the home. We're welcomed by a stunning hallway, expansive but intentional. A seating area rests at its center, inviting you in to take a pause rather than just passing through. Both walls are lined with floor-to-ceiling windows, offering glimpses into the world beyond MsMia's home. I love how she uses this transitional space to frame the outside. It creates a sense of perspective, grounding the interior in its environment. The hallway opens into the main living space, a two-story room that immediately establishes itself as the heart of the home. This space was built for MsMia's Kal'dorei druid Vadrian, and that identity is everywhere. Nature isn't an accent here, it's foundational. Beneath the stairs, a tall, curved library nestles into the architecture. Intimate, quiet, and deeply inviting. Set into the curve of the wall, an incredible bay window frames a custom couch, inviting you in to sit and gaze out into the moon-washed darkness outside. It's a space meant for stillness, the sort of place where a book rests open in your hands and the hours quietly slip away unnoticed. Back at the center of the room, a custom fireplace commands attention. It feels as though it was lifted straight from Teldrassil itself, a stone wall alive with plants, a bespoke log holder, and a sweeping curved couch that grounds the entire space and ties everything together. Tucked discreetly into the corner is a small guest bathroom. Practical, elegant, and perfectly placed for travelers passing through. We move into the formal dining room, where a long elven table sits within what I'd call a moon room, a space where inside and outside begin to blur. Custom plant baskets line the room, and every surface is thoughtfully prepared with just the right amount of food and drinks. A buffet table rests nearby, clearly used not just for display, but for preparation and gathering. Beyond it, the kitchen. Player housing has inspired a lot of different interpretations of kitchens, but MsMia's feels truly unique. It's warm, functional, and deeply lived in. She slightly raised it by using platforms, and all of the cabinets are dyed to blend together without being too repetitive with color contrasts. The home doesn't feel staged, it feels like a moment frozen in time. A large window frames the backyard, a space she plans to expand in the future, hinting that this home is still growing and still evolving. Returning to the main living space, we head up to the second floor of the home. At the landing, we're greeted by a serene office, scattered with trinkets, documents, and collections from her adventures across Azeroth. Even the ceiling tells a story, painted with a quiet nature scene overhead. From here, we step into a lofted lounge that overlooks the heart of the home. At its center, a moonwell glowing softly, offering a loon's gift to anyone who pauses long enough to look within and find it. Ascending the final stairs brings us to the bedroom, and it's stunning. A mural behind the bed depicts nature fully encasing the space, wrapping the room in calm. The diamond pattern in the flooring subtly modernizes the room, creating a refined, intentional contrast. The master bathroom continues that same energy. Rock walls, a spacious vanity, a privacy screen that leads to a deep soaking tub, the kind of place you could disappear into for hours. This home feels Kal'dorei at its core, open, natural, moon-touched, but there's unmistakable echoes of Suramar. You'll notice a thoughtful blend of elven furnishings throughout, controlled light, framed spaces, a reverence for arcane symmetry. It feels like someone remembering where their people came from, without abandoning who they are now. A huge thank you to MsMia for inviting me into your home. She has incredible content showcasing how these spaces and many more are built. You'll find her channel linked below. If you enjoyed this home, let me know what your favorite detail was in the comments. Homes of Azeroth is a global WoW housing community, with members joining from both NA and EU servers. We have guilds for both, and 2 neighborhoods for each, one for the Horde and one for the Alliance. If you'd like to join, head to our Discord server. Here you will find the process for moving into the neighborhoods. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok, both linked below. Until next time, may your hearth always be warm.